Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is April 7th, 2019. Shout out to my man TRM Music and Keeping It Crypto 420 for the song request Victory Lap off of the album Victory Lap. This was his last album and Grammy nominated as well. So shout out to both of you guys. My man Lostra, I will be playing All My Life tomorrow. I didn't get a chance to do a video yesterday, but I got you, bro. But again, rip to a legend, Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. They'll be doing the memorial service, funeral, whatever you want to call it, this coming Thursday at the Staples Center. So this is going to be epic. It's going to be a lot of people there, and what better way to do it up for my man. So what's going on, people? Hope you guys are doing well today, and welcome to another episode. Today we're going to look at some research out of Cumberland Crypto, an OTC desk, and I wanted to touch on this a couple of days ago when this came out, but I had to cover some other topics first. So I'm finally getting around to covering this Cumberland Crypto OTC desk report about a large spike in BTC trades over the counter within an hour, it said. So we'll take a look at that because someone had a very good question and posed a good question to me and my viewers about maybe the $100 million that was pushed into the market to buy Bitcoin across 3 different exchanges simultaneously. Maybe that was because there was a lack of liquidity in the OTC market. So when I saw this, I thought about that particular question, which was a good one. Maybe this article will talk about that. I'm not sure. So we'll take a look at that. And then secondly, Bitcoin Cash is up nearly 150% in the last 30 days, outshining almost all other cryptos. Why do you think this is happening, people? Do you think it's just misallocation of capital, or is there something we don't know about Bitcoin Cash? I was really turned off. I was a big supporter of Bitcoin Cash before they split with BSV. That is Craig Wright's camp. Before they split with Roger Ver, I was a pretty good supporter of Bitcoin Cash. Even with all the FUD and drama and people hating it, I still, from a just project vision, I think they are trying to stay closer to the white paper. And to be honest with you, to the original Satoshi white paper. So that's why I was supporting it. But then when I saw them split and there was a lot of infighting and it just got ugly, I'm like, you know what? I'm not too sure what their motive is on both camps, BSV and BCH. So we'll take a look at this article. It talks about the spike and, what may have caused it or whatnot. But yes, Bitcoin Cash is outperforming big time in the crypto markets. So we'll take a look at both of those articles here shortly. First, jump over to cryptoblood.io if you guys want to sign up for that BitMEX trading algorithm. 3-month subscription is $366. I've got to update all of this information because I've actually updated the algorithm for Bitcoin. I have had enough data to see in this new market of low liquidity whether or not we were first going to get out of this period. I'm not seeing it yet, but I decided to go ahead and update the algorithm so that it performed better during this particular period of time. It has been not performing very well for, I would say, the last month and a half or so, 2 months, I would say, since we kind of hit a dead period in crypto. But overall, if you take a 12-month period, it is still doing very well. But this has been an exceptional period, and we haven't seen this type of low volatility almost ever. So let's hope that volatility returns. But in the meantime, I do have a newer version of the algo that and hopefully I can put it up by the time you guys see this video. I'll just add it to it. I won't take down the HALA 724. I'll just add the HALA 304 version up there so you guys can see what we're currently running. But yeah, jump over there, Crypto Blood, $366. You get more discounts the longer you go. 6 months and a year, you get deep discounts. There's a trading room, chat room, and we do AMAs every once in a while. We'll probably do one here in the next coming weeks. So yeah, check it out, cryptoblood.io, or the link in the description below. Let's take a look at this market cap. We're currently at $179 billion. And as you can see, guys, we are bumping up against this area right here. And this actually translates from a Bitcoin perspective, 5,200. That's where we are with things, and that's where we keep bumping up against. So you can almost see that we've got, let me make sure I draw this correctly. You can see we've got one of these things going on. Normally that means a breakout. Not gonna lie, that normally is what happens, but it doesn't happen every time. Sometimes it does drop and break out to the downside. Okay, this pennant right here. Normally when you have a pennant that's the other way, where it's upside down and it's going this way, then you see, normally you'll see something like this, and then it'll break down. But again, even in that scenario, it sometimes can break up. So you just never know. But what you can pretty much bank on is a time frame for an action to happen, a break up or breakdown of the trend to happen. That's what you could use to determine when it's going to happen, not necessarily what's going to happen, but when. You can kind of predict the time of this. So if we take a look at here, as you can see, we've got a flag forming here. So again, we may see another few hours of sideways movement until we make a decision. So literally by this evening, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock tonight, we should know which direction this thing is going to head. So first article, people, out of Crypto Globe, and it is about that Bitcoin Cash, nearly up 150% in the last 30 days. This is crazy. I don't have much Bitcoin Cash. Wish I had a little bit more right now. I tell you that. The price of Bitcoin Cash, a cryptocurrency created back in August of 2017 through a hard fork of the Bitcoin network, has seen its price rise nearly 150% this week, a performance that outshines Bitcoin's nearly 30% gains. According to Crypto Compare data, Bitcoin Cash was trading at a little under $150 earlier this month, but has since surged to $321 at press time. In the last 24-hour period, the cryptocurrency is up by another 9%, and in the last 30 days, it has seen its price rise over 149%. Analysts have pointed to various factors to explain what's behind the cryptocurrency's price performance, and while it's currently unclear exactly what's behind the surge, various factors may have contributed. Recently, Bitcoin itself reached a 5-month high thanks to a mysterious 20,000 Bitcoin buy order. The order helped the rest of the crypto market grow, Bitcoin Cash included. While some have pointed out Japan has more Bitcoin Cash accepting physical shops than Bitcoin, there may be more in Bitcoin's rally supporting Bitcoin's growth. Fees on the Bitcoin network have since started rising, and at press time, most fee estimating websites point to a $2 transaction fee to be included in the next block. Fees on the Bitcoin Cash network are currently smaller. Data suggests Bitcoin users overpay in transaction fees, which could mean demand for Bitcoin Cash went up over Bitcoin fees. Now, I highly doubt that scenario. In September of last year, Bitcoin Cash underwent a stress test that saw its miners process over 2 million transactions in a single day without seeing transaction fee rise. Other factors that could be behind the cryptocurrency rise could nevertheless revolve around adoption and other developments. The Bitcoin Cash community has launched a service that allows users to anonymize their transactions called Cash Shuffle, and is set to soon implement Schnorr signatures and SegWit recovery in its May hard fork coming up. Schnorr signatures will essentially help optimize the cryptocurrency's blockchain by improving its capacity, while SegWit recovery will enable BCH users to recover funds accidentally sent to a SegWit address. Bitcoin Cash has also recently launched an inexpensive and powerful tokenization system, the Simple Ledger Protocol. It essentially allows users to launch tokens on the BCH network in a way similar to one in which tokens are launched on the Ethereum network. And this was, guys, this particular move is really what was the catalyst between Craig Wright, his camp, BSV, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision Coin, and Roger Ver in the Bitcoin Cash community. Craig Wright did not want to do that. He wanted to focus on, Bitcoin Cash being a currency, like a cryptocurrency, not a smart contract platform. So that's why they had the butting of heads in that situation. As the controversial Bitcoin account on Twitter notes, websites like Lazy Fox and task posts have been appeared, allowing users to earn BCH for completing tasks or to pay others for small tasks. This added demand for the cryptocurrency. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the first one, guys. What do you guys think as far as why Bitcoin Cash popped in the recent month? They gave three different scenarios as to why. I personally think it has nothing to do with utility, and it's just more so speculation. I think the 20,000 Bitcoin buy order that pushed Bitcoin above 4,200 really was a big catalyst for that move in Bitcoin Cash. Though the move did start slightly before that pump, I believe that move does constitute a huge portion of the gains in Bitcoin Cash. I don't see anything else necessarily aiding in that from a fundamental standpoint. But this does bring up a huge question about Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin really in the transaction fees. I was reading something on Twitter that talked about when Bitcoin hits $1 million, the transaction fees I think is going to be almost close to $1,000 per transaction, somewhere around there. I think I'm quoting that correctly, and that's a huge problem if we're going to really see Bitcoin used at that point. The barrier to entry for the average person will be so high, the average person won't use it. So it kind of goes against what the whole vision for Bitcoin and Satoshi's vision for this protocol, right? It doesn't make sense. And so instead of creating a second layer of Lightning networks and so on and so forth, that still doesn't allow the average person to get in. You'll still need Bitcoin to utilize the Lightning network. So it's just interesting to see. In this article that complements that one I just read about Bitcoin users overpaying for transaction fees. So there's been some research by big consultants that talk about this. I won't read the whole thing, but essentially people are overspending for transactions. So what this big consultant is saying here is that next level block fee should only be around 15 cents. So they're saying fees aren't that high, the fee estimators are. So they're saying the fee estimators are the problem. So they're suggesting using wallets with custom fees, RBFs, and CPFE, manually checking the mempool before each transaction and optimize for the next block. So that's what they're saying we should do. We know that your everyday average Joe is not going to do all of this, but if you're a little bit more tech savvy and you know how to modify your fees, make sure you do that. Check this article out to see what they're talking about. It's a fascinating research that they did. So maybe there isn't an issue with Bitcoin fees. It's just the way the fee estimators are by default estimating how much you should send. I'll leave this article in the description of this video as well, or pinned at the top of this video, I should say. So the second article is out of Cointelegraph, and it is the article that I saved a couple of days ago. And it says Cumberland crypto OTC desk reports spike in large-scale BTC trades within 1 hour. So Cumberland is a Chicago-based cryptocurrency trading unit of DRW Holdings LLC, and reported a sharp, sudden spike in large-scale Bitcoin transactions the evening of Monday, April 1st. The company revealed the data in a tweet on April 4th. The series of 13 orders that the trading desk tracked all exceeded 1,000 Bitcoin, about $4.9 million at press time. Cumberland, which has been operating an OTC crypto trading desk since 2014, noted in a tweet that the post-trade analysis of Monday's evening's price action revealed a series of large bids greater than 1,000 Bitcoin per order within an hour span, which appear to be actually buyers versus forced liquidations. So here's a chart that shows this since April 1st, and you see the spike starting April 1st at 11:28 p.m. going all the way into April 2nd, which we all know was the day that we saw the spike in Bitcoin on those three exchanges. In a follow-up to the tweet, Cumberland's global head of trading, Bobby Cho, clarified that the data represents executed economically binding trades. In a separate update on Twitter earlier this week, Cumberland tweeted that Bitcoin had moved more than 10% for the first time in 8 weeks, stating that we are watching a $5,000, which is the next even number, and a between 5,500 and 5,800 as strong resistance points, which have previously caused several uptrend and downtrend sell-offs to and from 20,000. Google Trends also shows data indicating that searches for Bitcoin almost tripled in response to this week's positive price action. That is definitely to be attributed to, mainstream media, CNBC, Bloomberg. They're all catching on like wildfire, like they never stop talking about Bitcoin, which is just hilarious. So you guys let me know, what do you think this means? Did those OTC spikes that happened actually slightly before the three exchange coordinated buy attack happened on April 2nd? So really there may be a little bit more than 20,000 Bitcoin that was actually kind of coordinated to be purchased at that particular time between April 1st and the 2nd. However, majority of it was done over the regular open public exchanges, which it still doesn't say here whether or not the 20,000 Bitcoin couldn't be fulfilled over the counter. I don't know. I need to reach out. I know a couple of people who deal in the OTC markets for Bitcoin, so I need to find out what's really going on there. But you guys let me know your thoughts about that. Is that just coincidence, or is there some correlation there? That's pretty much it though for today. I do want to say before I jump out of here, I'm sure many of you saw there was a lot of drama over the weekend on Twitter about this video that I was just yesterday privy to. I didn't even know about this video that Bitcoin Ben had done, a controversial video, I think from a couple of years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, of him talking about nigger and nigga, using those words and what black people feel is a definition, or why we're mad at that word or whatever. And so if I didn't know Bitcoin Ben, if I didn't hang out with him in Vegas, if I didn't chat with him in San Francisco, then I would have just disregarded it as, some ignorant rant. But because I know him, because I've sent him gifts and I know that guy, I was very concerned about what was going on. So we're going to have Bitcoin Ben on the channel this week. He's out in he's in Texas somewhere, Blanco, Texas or something. When he gets back, we're going to have a chat, a kicking it session, chop it up regarding it, and really get a clarification on the whole situation, because he's saying that the video that's shown is taken out of context. It's just a small snippet of it and not the whole story. So glad that he reached out and responded to me, and we're going to have a serious conversation about it. He didn't have to do it, but I'm glad that he did. So look out for that sometime this week, people. But that's pretty much it. Again, shout out to my man TRM Music. Keep it crypto 420. And Lostra, I got you tomorrow, bro. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell. Rip to a legend. And it's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out of here, people. That's my 2 Satoshis for April 7th, 2019. Holla.